All right, it's fine. I'll keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. So you said minor improvements. Minor. That's all it will be. Minor. That's not major. Any game can have a skill tree taker. It doesn't mean shit. You know what I mean? And so I guess if you want to say that it's I guess if you want to say this, right? If you want to say that, you know, it's not identical in terms of it's not the same game, it's definitely not the same game in terms of minor improvements. If that's what you want to say, but general gameplay and general the mechanics, everything that you do in the game is basically the same. Aiming's the same, grabbing and killing people is the same, punching is the same, except for the dodge thing. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, you could have all these major, like, not major, but minor improvements, like a skill tree, and that's fine. You could have that, but that doesn't mean it's fucking major. Any game can have a skill tree, but the game operates the same way as what my argument is. You go behind somebody, you stab them, it's a one-hit kill, you fucking shake them in the neck, I think there's shivs now, I believe there are shivs. And, yeah. I mean, obviously there were shivs in the last game, but I don't know if they have it in this game.
They did. Well, that's one of the things they did with Abby was you could craft shivs. Ellie just has like a straight up shiv constantly.
Which you could do in the last game.
That's what her. Well, the thing is, like Ellie's character is based around being, you know, straight up like fucking stealthy, and Abby's character is more like aggressive. If that makes any sense. So you could
still operate the same way. You could still stealth with
like Abby. Abby literally has a mechanic where she can just like melee, right? And her melees will get more damaging over time. So like she'll kill an enemy.
Well, so would Ellie. If you stab somebody long enough, they're gonna go down.
No, I'm saying literally right. There's a mechanic.
Boys, I'm gonna leave now because we're just going in circles.
That's true. We are going in circles.
We are going in circles. General consensus: the game is the same. I think we can agree, right? If The Last of Us 1's gameplay is good, right? The Last of Us 2's gameplay is going to be good if you like the first game. Story shit. No. That's the biggest problem with it. I think we can all come to an agreement on that.
No.
I disagree with the gameplay. If you like The Last of Us 1, you're not going to get anything different from The Last of Us 2 apart from a port story. So
right, that's what I'm saying though. If you like The Last of Us...
So you won't enjoy it, so save your money. You're just going to have the same experience apart from a terrible story. So there's no point.
It's not identical. Again, it's not identical.
It's not identical. It's not identical, but it's 80% similar.
Exactly.
I would say 70%.
But you're just being picky now. 10%.
I'm not being picky. I'm being straight up, like 70.
Alright, anyway. Cheers for watching, guys.
Yep. Good video.
Yeah, we're pretty much done. I mean, we've already addressed everything, right? Like we addressed the story, the gameplay. Yeah, I still gotta go through and... Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut a lot of it. It's gonna fucking suck.
I'd say like the last sort of half an hour, just cut that shit out.
Yeah.
I mean nothing was really said.
Yeah, nothing was really said. I feel as if I mean, there was not really a debate. It was just more of a discussion, really, which is really, you know, it is what it is, right? I mean, we have the disagreements, but I mean, it wasn't like a debate. We didn't really come up, you know, into a general, you know, like agreement. We didn't meet middle ground.
Well, we've come into an agreement that, you know.
No, I mean, you think that the game is, you know, it's not the same. I don't. I mean, I think it's pretty much the same game, you know, with minor improvements. You know, that's basically all you're gonna. That's all we're gonna get. Because you think that the game is decent.
Okay. I can agree, right, that the game, you know, had minor, you know, upgrades and shit. Was it?
Well, yeah, that's not what I'm saying though. Like,
but there wasn't much to add. That's what I'm saying. Like, other than like fucking.
Well, that's not our like. You know what I mean? Like
that's up to Naughty Dog to surprise us.
I know, but like,
you know what I mean? Like, imagine Uncharted. It could have been the same with, you know, like the platform and everything like that, right? But they innovated and they used a grappling hook in the fourth one. which
It's
changed
like-
things
And
up.
they also use a
Other than
different
the
engine.
grappling hook, it's like a minor feature.
No,
to
it's
it.
not a minor feature because they completely used a different engine as well.
Exactly.
They upgraded their own engine that they used in the game.
I
They upgraded everything.
guess. I thought it was minor. It's basically the same game with a grappling hook.
Okay, see, I don't understand how you can say that about Uncharted but not Last of Us. That's what's baffling me.
Because Last of Us, right, actually had like genuine like gameplay, fucking, shit that they added. That's cool. Like the hook is cool. It's a cool feature. Don't get me wrong.
And so is burning and a skill tree.
Right. But the minor tweaks, I feel, add up more than just a grappling hook. I don't know. That's me. That's me. I would rather be able to prone and jump than have a grappling hook.
The jump button is useless though, in Last of Us 2. It's literally
Yeah,
useless.
it's like it's whatever. And being able to dodge is cool. You can like dodge dogs and shit and attack them, and dodge arrows. If you're lucky.
Well, if that impresses you, good for you. But I don't think that's enough. On
Yeah,
7
me
years and decent console.
Like, functionally, is it the same game? Do you kill people? Yeah. But it's like saying Max Payne 3 is the same as Max Payne 2, other than
not,
graphics.
You tried to make that earlier, it got disproven.
I would still say fucking it's the same game though functionally. If we
See, and
if we look-
this is why I can't take your opinion seriously, because it just sounds silly.
Well, bro, it literally there's a 7-year gap or whatever between Max Payne 2 and Max Payne 3, right? There's a base upgrade, right? Graphics wise, story wise.
Max Payne 2, Max Payne 3 is farly different from any other. Max Payne 2 came out in like 2001 compared to Max Payne 3, which came out in 2013. What are you comparing?
I'm saying though,
There was exactly a 10-year difference, and it was improved massively with amazing game mechanics. And
You can't
and
compare
also
them.
under
That
the
game came out on a
what
whole
did they-
different
what
console.
did they
in its
add?
early beginnings, the beginnings of that console's like existence.
right, but what did they add though that was like huge? That's what I'm saying. Like
What didn't they?
they
I
didn't
mean, start
add-
with the physics engine.
I mean, the physics are cool, yeah.
But that's
Your
a massive
comparison-
upgrade on a game.
As much as I shit on fucking Max Payne 3, I'm gonna be real here. What you're saying makes no good reason.
I don't know. I don't think there's a massive upgrade other than graphics.
Okay, yeah, cut this shit bit out. Cut this bit out.
Oh no, fuck no. I'm keeping this shit in. I'm keeping this shit in.
There's no way. There's genuinely no way you actually believe that.
I believe that. Like Max Payne 3 is a great game. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying though, like it's an if it ain't broke, don't fix it scenario. And to say Max Payne 3 is like the best game ever, like Gator would say.
I think you misunderstand. I mean that in I mean obviously it's not the best game ever, right? I just think that it's a good game that's underrated. You know what I mean? That's where I'm coming from. Like I think that Max Payne 3 is it's a fairly good game, but it's not groundbreaking.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's a fucking like that's what I'm saying.
It's a good fun game. It's mindless fun. Like there's good challenge there. We put it on a higher difficulty. It has a good story, gets you motivated to do things. Unlike the Last of Us Part 2. But I mean, it is what it is, man. Like
there's challenge in Last of Us Part 2 if you.
I mean, I'm not saying there. That's not. You see, you just missed the point, man. That's not what I was saying.
That's what I think though of Last of Us 2, other than the story. That's what I think of Last of Us 2. Mindless fun, can be, and it can be a challenge if you up the difficulty.
But that's not what The Last of Us Part 2 is, though. Like, we played The Last of Us for its fucking story, not its gameplay. And I think a lot of YouTubers and a lot of people would say that.
Right. But to say the gameplay is bad.
It's pretty bad. It doesn't fit in today's standards.
I disagree with that completely.
Okay. How can you disagree when you've had amazing games like Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War, and even GTA 5 beats it?
Well, those are different kinds of games.
They're third-person shooters.
No, they're open world games. That's very different.
Well, God of War's kind of. It's a similar sort of concept to Last of Us 2. You get big open areas you can explore.
It's different. Like Last of Us is more like Uncharted to me, where it's like a single player linear campaign that
Okay, well there's a perfect example then. You compare Naughty Dog games, so here we go. Uncharted 4 compared to Last of Us 2. Uncharted 4 wins in every single way.
And I would say Max Payne is more of a fair comparison since it's a third-person shooter. That's why I compared it.
But compare it to Uncharted 4, a masterpiece by the same company, and then you can see where they went wrong. They put tremendous care into Uncharted 4, and it's like they didn't in Last of Us 2. Feels like that. They obviously probably did, but I'm just saying it doesn't feel like it.
They did put care into it. It's just they didn't put it into the right areas.
No, they didn't put it in the main area, which was good storytelling and good script writing.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't put it in the right areas. Like there is care in the game.
I don't understand how I can give it a 7 out of 10 if it's subpar to the majority of games.
Well, no, it's not a 10 out of 10. It's a 7 out of 10.
I said 7 out of 10.
Yeah, like it's okay. That's what I'm saying. It's okay to me. It's not like god awful, but it's not like oh shit, fucking amazing. It's okay, which is the biggest issue. Destiny 1 was an okay game. I fucking hate that game. But that's a 7 because the gameplay's okay.
What are you talking about Destiny for?
That's what I'm trying to make a comparison to because Destiny is like a 7 out of 10 a game for me. It had like no story.
What's that got to do with The Last of Us thing?
Well, you're asking what I compare a 7 out of 10 to. Right?
No, I'm saying compare two games to the same company. One of them's great, one of them's not.
Yeah.
Destiny isn't made by Naughty Dog, is it?
No,
No.
it's not.
No, it's not.
It's made by Bungie. That's the same people who made Halo.
Right, so let's talk about Destiny.
Well, I brought that up just to, fucking make it clear what I consider like a 7 out of 10 game. That's what I consider a 7 out of 10 game. Or like fucking Gears of War 1. I'd like Gears of War, but like that's a 7. Same with I would consider Uncharted 1 a 7.
I mean, by modern day standards, yeah, probably is.
Yeah, exactly.
At the time when that first came out, that won fucking lot of awards.
Yeah.
You got to put in perspective as well the time frame of what these games are coming out. You're talking about a game that came out in what was it, early days of the PS3.
Oh yeah,
and you compare it to sort of the end of the PS4, where games should be.
I understand that.
They know the hardware now. They know everything about it.
Yeah,
so it's a bit amazing games, especially from a company like Naughty Dog.
I understand that.
And you're just, and what I'm getting from you is you're accepting a subpar game from a gaming company that we expect so much from.
Like, okay. Here's the thing though. It's good to have high expectations, right? But like, at the same time, there's only so much they could have done with this game.
No,
they had so much time though, Taker.
There's limitless things they can do.
I understand that they had a lot of time. I get that, but you also got to keep in mind the development issues they had with this game. This game was delayed multiple times. This game got completely fucked on when it comes to that.
But that's no excuse.
There were murmurs.
Near enough every game gets delayed. Apart from yearly releases. Near enough every single game gets
I understand that, but this game was like in development hell for a little bit.
So, like that's not our problem. If it's in development hell, then fix it. That's what gaming companies do. That's what good gaming companies do.
I understand that, but you gotta recognize that like if a game is in development hell, that means that like it might not turn out good. There's probably
then they should make a better game then.
Yep.
I understand that, but fucking sometimes, right? The direction they're going for might not fucking work, and they might not be able to realize that at the time, so it's hard to fucking actually get that shit going. It's weird. Like, I'm not a gaming developer, right? I don't know, but to understand, right, like, we should expect better games.
About it, because there's no point in taking
I can talk about, though, that they probably
did struggle. If you don't understand it, then why would you? Yeah, every gaming company struggles. You know how hard it is to release a AAA game? Clearly very. And to do it well and execute it well. And they've struggled. And that's fine. Everyone struggles. But that doesn't mean they can't release a great game.
They also had, like, junior developers on it and shit. There was a lot of shit going down, bro.
But then why are you defending that? They put them on that. They put junior developers on it.
I understand that, but that's what I'm saying, though. It's hard to fucking expect that, you know, a 10 out of 10 game to be made from people that this is
well, maybe they shouldn't have made a sequel. Is that fair to say?
Understandable. That's a fair point. But fucking, what I'm saying is, for this to come out, I wouldn't say mediocre, but just plainly above average when we have high expectations for Naughty Dog.
No, in terms of this taker, it's very mediocre for them. Not even that. It's not even that. It's fucking shit. It's dog shit. It's dog shit.
Naughty Dog have released over the last sort of 10 to 15 years. Yeah, it's very, very poor. It's poorly executed. It's poor the way they've handled it.
No, it's more than poor in my opinion.
I'm just trying to put it. I'm trying to put it nicely. Do you know what I mean?
Oh no, I don't give a fuck about being nice. They made me. They almost made me try to fucking waste, you know, $6 on bullshit.
Right. Look, there are good qualities about the game. There's no denying that. Graphics, yeah, they stand up well in today's standards, but obviously, as we all know, graphics ain't enough. The story is extremely bad. I mean, at the end of the day, if the story can't pull you in, for me, I don't see the point in the game. Unless you know what sort of game you get. If you're getting something like Just Cause, for example, it doesn't really have it doesn't have a story really. You go on it for stupid fun. That's fine. But if you get Last of Us 2, you expect a heart-wrenching, something that will pull you in for hours and you don't want to put the control pad down because you're so intrigued to see what happens next. This game just did not do that. And Naughty Dog do that. And they haven't on this. And that's why it's so bad.
Right.
That's why users are rating it so low.
Right. I get that. And I'm not saying, but there are also a lot of people hate bombing it because of the fucking LGBTQ stuff.
I know. I think that's an excuse for a lot of people. I think that's bullshit, personally.
There are a lot of people doing that.
Name someone that does that, has done that. Name someone credible that has done that. Because I can't name a single person. No one. I haven't seen a single person.
None of the users are like credible. You can just look on the Metacritic and literally look at the user score. There are people that just put 0. This is a bad game.
Yeah.
Like, and just like
that's all they
shit.
need to say.
I'm sure if you look through, there'd be a lot of people that, you know, are bombing this for that reason. Anyway.
You don't know that, so don't comment on it. Do you know what I mean?
I do know that.
You literally just said you can look. You didn't give me any sort of evidence there to support it. You just said look.
I will look right now. I'll do that. I'll look up right now.
But this is the thing though, like, it's just, I don't know, I don't know why you're so defensive about it. I don't understand why you can't. Maybe because you have just spent $60 on it, I don't know. But...
Well, no, I'm, okay, here's the thing, right? Why I'm defensive on it. Because, to be straight up, I don't think, oh wow. They literally took the user score off. That's how bad it was. The bombing. They literally took it off.
Yeah, that's how bad the game is.
You know what? I think that is a perfect way to wrap this up.
That's fucking anyway.
Dom, you're fucking perfect.
Let me say why I've been defending it though. Because honestly,
No, that's it, folks. That's it. That's all that needs to be said.
well,
But no, I'm
can I-
kidding. I kid.
All right, let me say this. The reason I stand so defensively on it, I understand why you guys have a high standard. I understand that, you know, fucking this game went through a lot of struggles. And I also understand that, you know, fucking, when the leaks came out, I had low expectations at that point, because I was like, you know, fucking, if this is bad, it's like, oh, you know. But when I went in, I honestly had a decent time. Some of it I turned my brain off for it, and I enjoyed it. I had a decent time.
Yeah, that's a problem. You turned your brain off.
Keyword, decent. Was it the best? No. Was it even really good? No. It was, like, above average, which, for Naughty Dog, I understand why people are disappointed. I'm disappointed, too. You know, when that Abby shit came, it was fucking stupid. Do I think it's enough to say this game is fucking complete trash, burning in the fire, doesn't need to exist? No.
No, the game never needed to exist. That's my whole argument.
What I think genuinely is that if you're looking for a good story, go play the first one. If you're looking for fucking an updated version of the gameplay and just something to turn your brain off, you can play this.
So
That's
in other
why-
words, no one's going to play it because who wants to play The Last of Us 2 for that?
Yeah.
Or in other
yeah.
words, don't play it, in my opinion.
I know people
have
have-
Last of Us for
I
a
know-
great support, for a great story, and you're not going to get it. It's as simple as that, really.
Yeah, if you're not gonna get something that's worth that, you know, tickles your fancy, then what the fuck is the point of spending money on it? You know what I mean? That's like saying, you know, I'm gonna buy food, but I'm gonna buy the most shit ass food I could probably find.
Well, it's
You know what I mean?
That's fucking fair. That's fair to say.
Here's the thing, right? It's a below average story.
No, it's not. It's shit. It's not below average. It's literally dog shit. Compared to everything that they put out, Taker, it's exactly compared to everything that Naughty Dog has put out prior to this. This is nothing on the radar. That's nothing even to be like, you know what I mean?
But when we're talking about games in general nowadays, right? There are masterpieces. There are meh games. I would consider this a meh game.
It's
A 3 out of 10 game is something that's like the Order 1886, or fucking, you know, fucking like Ride to Hell Retribution.
why did you even bring up that game? Why?
Because those are really bad fucking games.
Ride the Hell Retribution is a fucking 0.
Exactly. Practically.
So why did you bring it up in a discussion about The Last of Us 2, but you think is a fucking mediocre game? So I don't understand.
Because some people are saying it's like a 0 out of 10, which I just disagree with.
I think it is.
I think it's perfectly playable.
That's me being harsh though. That's me being on my, you know, pissed off level. To me being fair is like 3. It's a 3 out of 10, you know, right?
But
I'll give it a 3. I'd give it a 4 just for graphics and well design.
Well, no, that's my points. Like the 3 points I give it is graphics, soundtrack, and atmosphere. That's my 3 points.
I give it a 7 because I enjoy the gameplay. I enjoy some of the characters, even if, you know, fucking some of the writing is just fucking bad. There are good moments in the story I enjoy that I can look past the game's flaws and kinda enjoy it. That's me though. And
yeah, but that's just you accepting mediocre games though. That's what it sounds like.
Alright, end this. I'll be honest.
Okay. What we can agree, right, is that
Well, we literally can't agree on anything. The game is terrible in my opinion, and Gabe's opinion, and in your opinion it's okay. We can't agree on anything about the game. Apart from
I don't give any fucks about it, honestly. I was never blaming you.
There we go. Get out. End it. Do your outro.
Okay, fuck. Alright, that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure everybody agrees here that it's fucking trash. I mean, I think it's trash. Taker, he's just being stubborn. I feel as if, you know, he's trying to defend his point so hard, but it just doesn't really work. I think it's just a hot take from him, personally.
I think
But
nah,
it's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. God.
Well, I think.
But basically, let me do my fucking outro. All right, damn. All right,
Well,
it's over. There's no more point in discussing it because you're not gonna.
You just did a conclusion. Let me. If
But
you're gonna
there's
do
no.
your.
It's
Take
my
that,
video.
take that. In all fairness, you've done more speaking in this than anyone. You've let you have your time. Let's do the outro.
I guess I can't do my conclusion. Okay. Whatever. Your video.
Fine. Fucking conclude. Go ahead.
Okay.
We've been saying the same shit for like
no,
an
you
hour
should've
straight.
repeated
Conclude. No, let him have it. Let him have it. Conclude. What is your
Okay.
conclusion?
Overall, I think it's a trash story, which we expect better from Naughty Dog. Do I think you could turn your brain off and enjoy it though? If you know, if you want to just play a game and have a good time, yeah. That's
Okay,
all
so
I
it's
gotta
literally
say.
the thing that you literally just said 50 minutes ago. Alright, thank you for
Yes.
your pointless conclusion. Alright, well,
Not
boys,
pointless.
it's pretty pointless. You literally just said the same fucking thing that you did. Just, whatever. Alright, fine. Well, that's it, boys. I think that was a pretty... actually, I think it's just a boring debate. I'll upload it. You know, I'll probably do, you know, a little bit of editing here and there. You know, do my thing, do my thing. A lot of editing, right? But, I think most majority of us can agree that The Last of Us Part 2 is shit. It's garbage. It's complete and utter garbage. It's a dumpster fire that did not ever need to exist. And, yeah, that's it for me, boys. I'll see you on the next one.